Alrighty, good afternoon, minor league baseball fans. Welcome back to the show. It is our fourth game of this four-game set series at the Arkansas Travelers and the San Antonio Missions. Well, we are getting ready to get our scorecards, and most likely we hope you guys enjoyed the Battlefront 2 stream. It was pretty cool. Well, let's get ready for our scorecards as we present today's starting lineups. Also, a hello to Duple Freakies. Alright, so it's a 4 o'clock game, and most likely we are getting ready to play some baseball. Oh, that's cool. Well, we're getting ready for the starting lineups. First for the San Antonio Missions. Leading off and playing the second baseman, Roberto Luis at second. Robert Rodriguez will bat second for San Antonio. Rodriguez at third. Left fielder, Bobby Pierre at left. Right fielder, Edgar Armas at right. First baseman Bo Duvall will bat fifth for San Antonio. Duvall at first. Batting sixth for the designated hitter, Alan Cordoba at the DH. Batting seventh is the center fielder, Art Suit at center. Catching is Ronald Clemente. He will have the catching duties for the San Antonio Missions. Batting ninth is the shortstop, Enrique Herrera as short. And on the mound for the Missions tonight is Manuel Avalos, tonight's Missions pitcher. And now here's the starting lineup for the Arkansas Travelers. Leading off and playing the left field, Chris Rodriguez at left. Second baseman, Dave Fukumori at second. Right fielder, Lawrence Bolger at right. Dan Vogelbeck will bat fourth for Arkansas. Vogelbeck at first. Kirk Neuenhuis will bat fifth for Arkansas. Neuenhuis at center. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Gary Bentley at short. Batting seventh in the Arkansas Traveler lineup is the third baseman, Taylor Motter at third. Sam Ridley will be the designated hitter. He'll bat eighth for the Travelers. Ridley, the DH. And rounding out the batting order for the Arkansas Travelers tonight is the catcher, Mariano Carvajal, tonight's Arkansas Travelers catcher. And on the mound for the Travelers tonight is Ricky Goldberg, tonight's Arkansas Travelers pitcher.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Arkansas Travelers and the San Antonio Missions. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Manuel Aviles, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Now in the box, Chris Rodriguez. He will lead this one off today.
For Arkansas, left fielder, Chris
First delivery to him on the way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Count now a ball and a strike. Lots of sunshine in the forecast. 83 degrees here at first pitch. Swing, and he's able to flare this one out to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he is into second base as he kicks things off this afternoon with a double.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position one batter into the game.
In now, Dave Fukumori, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Looking to get something to the right side with that leadoff man at second to start the ball game. Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. And the throw to first is in time. One gone. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day. Those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Got to find a way to scratch a few across early.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Poirier is in pursuit. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Dan Vogelbach, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that's in there for strike one. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that's in there, base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, Dero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here it comes, 0-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Poirier sprinting after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Travelers lead it 1-0. Ricky Goldberg, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy has 3 pitches that he brings into his mix. And if he has all of them working, he has a chance to be really solid. A good pitcher, but he needs command of all 3 of his pitches.
Striding in, Roberto Ruiz. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
off for San Antonio, second baseman, Roberto Ruiz.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounder down the line at third. But this is foul for the first strike. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Digging in the switch hitter, Robert Rodriguez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. Vogelback is there, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, left fielder, Bobby Poirier.
Settling in now, Bobby Poirier. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. Right side. And that is through into right field for a single. He has success with 2 out, and the bottom of the first stays moving.
Batting fourth,
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Stepping in now, Edgar Armas. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Rodriguez going back on it. A leap, but he can't get it. It's off the wall.
Off the bat, it looked like that might bring their first run of the game across. But those hopes ended quickly when it hopped over the wall. Everyone gets 2 bases on a ground rule double, so the runner from first is forced to stay at third, and the next guy is going to have to be the one to put them on the board.
Way late on the fastball for strike 1. Poirier, the runner at third. Armas at second with 2 gone. Hit on the ground out to short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 1 inning in the books here. Arkansas leads this thing 1-0. Standing in, Gary Bentley.
leading off for the Travelers, shortstop, Gary Bentley.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Yeah, 3 straight balls to start the inning, and it's clear to me he just hasn't found his rhythm out there yet.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it, but to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Taylor Motter steps into the box. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. First offering on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you can get super greedy right down the middle.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Count even at 2-2 for Taylor Motter.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
The 2-2 one more time. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. You want to talk about shutting a running game down? The guy behind the dish has an absolute cannon. I mean, you will not see guys get but 2-step lead off first base today.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, that's got to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary fastball.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. On the ground to the right side, and that is into right field, a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Into the box now, Mariano Carvajal. That's a strike to throw down. And not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Runner at second here with 1 man out. A ball and a strike. Hit on the ground to third. Rodriguez has it. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Chris Rodriguez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. Ridley rounds third and is digging for the plate. He comes across to score as they push their lead to 3 now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Dave Fukumori. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike. From the belt. Kicks and deals. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. As a look, now the pitch. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. Starting to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3-2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or 2, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Standing in now, Lawrence Bulger. He'll swing and lift a ball fouled off to the left and out of play. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning.
Nope.
And that misses 1-1.
1-1.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the 2nd inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. The 3-1. And it's fouled away. And here's the 3-2 from him. Line towards center field. Suter is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Travelers lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Alan Cordoba, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's the defense for the away team. And one of the main pieces on this team today is the guy playing shortstop. A ton of range, the ability to go in the hole, set that back foot with a strong arm over to first base. And I know it's going to upset the second baseman and the third baseman, but at the end of the day, the shortstop is and always will be the captain of the infield.
And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. So stepping in, Ronald Clemente. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Bentley loves it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Line hard to center field. Neuenhuis is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Striding in once again, Dan Vogelbach. He reached on a single in his first try.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Full count now. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kirk Neuenhuis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
On the ground to second base, this could be 2. On to first, and they get them both.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
In now, Gary Bentley, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Armas is after it, and this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. A final look at this tumbling catch out there in right field. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, Roberto Ruiz, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Roberto Ruiz.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground to third. Mutter over to his left. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
The batter, third baseman, Robert.
Ready for another chance? Robert Rodriguez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Now here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Fukumori right there on to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in to try it again, Bobby Poirier. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. This is pulled into right. Folger is there, and it's a 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. Taylor Motter steps into the box.
Leading off for Arkansas, third baseman, Taylor Motter.
Now the pitch. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. The 1-1. It is a fastball then off the plate for a ball. The 2-1 home. Popped up. Aviles has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Sam Ridley. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball one. And this is just off the outside corner, ball two. Now the 2-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
Count is 2-1.
A swing and a miss there, 2-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. So striding in, Mariano Carbajal.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Chris Rodriguez. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. 0-1 the count. Strike 2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
A little bouncer. The next 0-2. Fastball way outside, and that's trouble. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Carbajal stands at second with 2 gone. Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Arkansas leads this thing 3-0. Leading off the inning, Edgar Armas, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Edgar Armas.
Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Into the box, Bo Duval. Motter comes up with it. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Club batter, number 8, designated hitter,
Alan Cordoba hits next. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He most certainly does. 10 straight he's retired now as that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now, Dave Fukumori. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Digging in once again, Lawrence Bulger. First offering on its way. There's a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
So he sets him down swinging. Lawrence Bulger becomes the second out here in inning number 5. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Hot shot on the ground is short. Played on the backhand. And he is in there.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I tell you what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
A ball and a strike now. This is line to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Wow, how quickly things can turn around in this game. He gets the first 2 outs of the inning, and he looks like he's on cruise control, thinking that he'll get out of the inning without even breaking a sweat. But then a single and a double, and now he's stuck with runners on second and third.
Ready with the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Digging in, Art Suter comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Center fielder, Art.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. The windup and the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Fukumori is up with it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, Ronald Clemente.
In now, Ronald Clemente. First pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fukumori ranging up the middle, and a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Now batting, shortstop, Enrique.
Standing in, Enrique Herrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the ledger? He sure does. It's a baker's dozen. 13 in a row he's set down now, and the side is retired. Digging in once again, Taylor Motter. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. To his left, Ruiz. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Designated hitter.
Ready once again, Sam Ridley. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. The 1-1. Taken, strike 2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 1 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Rodriguez is under this one as he has it right in front of the dugout for the 2nd out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Travelers lead it 3-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Roberto Ruiz. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Robert Rodriguez.
Ready for another chance, Robert Rodriguez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Cheater.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bobby Poirier. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up. Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. 0-1, here's the pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. Back here for Texas League Baseball on MLB Network. Before we start the 7th, let's pause to take a quick look at how we got here. It's our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Chris Rodriguez. He'll start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel to date. The 0-1 delivery. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And a breaking ball stays outside. Strike 2 as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game.
Yeah, Matty B, that magic number in today's game is about 100 pitches, and this next pitch will be pitch number 100. Dero, he's been sailing along pretty easily so far in this one.
Yeah, he's given him some serious depth in this one. For him to get into the 7th inning allows the manager a lot of leeway, whether he wants to go to his bullpen or not.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4. Ready for another shot now, Dave Fukumori. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Now a little flare out to left, and that ball's going to drop. A base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4, you know that save situation's gone out the window. Don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
Fukumori aboard here at first with nobody out. This is line to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Dan Vogelbach.
Dan Vogelbach is next. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First offering on its way. Nope. A ball and no strikes.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
Skied into straightaway right. Armas is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Digging in and looking for more, Kirk Neuenheis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Pitch inside the throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, Bo Duvall, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter,
Alan Cordoba hits next. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now the pitch. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
the center fielder, number 1, Art.
Digging in to try it again. Art Suter 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. 8th inning coming up. Arkansas leads this thing 4-0. Striding in once again, Kirk Neuenheis. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to take right there. I'm not sure if you're guessing or you're sitting on a pitch, but boy, that was awfully close to being called a strike.
In tight as this pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
set and the pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one. Neuenhuis gets his lead at first, nobody out. A high fastball is in there.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
Hit back up the middle. There's one. On to first, not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
How about it?
Taylor Motter steps into the box. Snap throw from the catcher. Runners on first with one down. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Motter takes the turn at third. He wants it all. He'll score easily as they pile on. It's now a 6-0 game.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Sam Ridley, and the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Duvall takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. Into the box now, Mariano Carbajal. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hits this one hard the other way. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Travelers lead it 6-0. Into the box, Ronald Clemente. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
In there, a base hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Enrique Herrera.
Now at the plate, Enrique Herrera. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. And that becomes the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Roberto Ruiz. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Hit on the ground toward the left. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Stepping up to the plate, Robert Rodriguez. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
To second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. The 3 of us are back with more following this. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Chris Rodriguez. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
1-1 the count. Grounded back up the middle. That's through, a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. The ninth inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single. Ready now, Dave Fukumori. He's 1 for 4 for the game. And a ball 1-0.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Line toward right center, and that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there, staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Lawrence Bulger. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. 1-1 the count now. Heading out towards shallow right. Armas on the move. He can't get there as it falls in. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
He'll go to the bag for one, but they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Digging in, Kirk Neuenhuis. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Line drive to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send him. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. One more shot coming up. Will go to the bottom of the 9th. Arkansas leads this thing 8-0. So striding forward now, Bobby Poirier. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Into the box now, Edgar Armas, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Neuenhuis coasts under it. 1 out. Coming to the plate now, Bo Duvall.
Number 19, Bo Duvall.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Oh, look at the sliding stop. A tag for 1 on to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
8-0 the final today. The Travelers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Ricky Goldberg is credited with the win. Manuel Aviles was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
And so the final game ends in complete disaster. The Arkansas Travelers take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Then it was a 3-0 lead, top of the second. And the 7th was the 4-0. and then they went
Thank you for joining us here this afternoon.
6
And we remind you
to nothing,
please drive home.
and then it was in the top of the ninth. It was 8 to nothing. Well, tomorrow the San Antonio Missions make one last pit stop, and that is visit the visit the Northwest Arkansas Naturals for a 3-game set, and then after that they return home and face off the visiting Midland Rockhounds. Well, this would just about do it for today, as this was a embarrassing game between San Antonio and Arkansas. And gotta say, it was a disaster for the most part of the game. 8-0 our score. Arkansas takes it. But at least it was a split series. Well, we'll see y'all tomorrow as the Missions take on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. And we will see y'all back later. And yes, Battlefront 2 is coming up next.